In today's lecture, we're going to be creating a stone brick pattern. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to do is I want to use my ruler to divide my paper up into each individual brick. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay down my ruler like so. And I'm just going to draw lines across like this. And I'm just going to about eyeball the same distance for each one. So then I'll come down about the same distance. I'm not too worried about it being perfect because in this study, we're just trying to understand texture through highlights and values. All right, great. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw off the ends of these so I have a box to draw within. So something like that should be good. So we're going to be creating our brick within here. Now, the next thing to note is that when you're creating texture, it's very important to look at reference. So you can go on Google and search for whatever type of reference you want, and then look at that reference and study the way it works. Look at where the highlights are and where the shadows are, because overall, that's what's going to make your texture. So looking at some reference of some brick, the first thing I notice is that it's broken up into individual bricks. So I need to start adding those lines in, like so I know where each individual brick is. The next thing I'm noticing is that then some bricks are really random. So I notice that there's some square bricks like so. And I also notice that none of the lines ever line up with another line. So they're always broken up like so. Then I might add in another one right there, and then another one here. And then I'll try another square one right there. And then I'll add another piece right there. And then I'm going to start copying this pattern up here because I know that I won't line up with any lines if I do that, except for this one. So I need to change that one up to a square. All right, perfect. So now I have my layout for my bricks. The next thing I'm noticing is that the space in between each brick is darker than the brick itself. So now what I can do is I can go ahead and darken in those areas like so. So I can start getting a base value for all of my bricks and the space between them. All right, great. The next thing I'm noticing is that each brick has a different value. So some of them are lighter and some of them are darker. So I'm going to go ahead and break these bricks up into 3 different values: a darker value, a mid value, and a lighter value, which I'll leave white. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my darkest value, and I'll just start to sketch in that value onto some random bricks. So I might add a darker value on this one too, and maybe a darker one right here. And I'll just continue to do this all the way down.